so don't blink. I said don't blink.
Hey, it's Thursday actually right now, but if you're watching this, it should be. I don't know how this works. I'm just gonna stop saying things. And oh, my hair is wet. I moved because I had to brush my hair so it could dry, and it's really wet. Woo! But this week's challenge was we had to go online to revolution.channel4.com and then click on this button that said try something and use one of their ideas to make a video. So I chose, it's really hard to read, but I chose have you seen? Watch a classic movie that you may have told people you've seen but you never actually have. Citizen Kane, The Godfather, Harry Potter. I added that one. Tell us what you really think. The movie I decided to watch is called Alien. It's a horror movie from 1979, and I watched it like last night-ish, maybe the night before. I don't know what day it was, but like 2 days ago. That's the movie I'm gonna kind of review. So Alien starts off where they're showing the ship, and all of a sudden they show this computer and there's all these coordinates that start going crazy and something's messing with it, but you can't see what's messing with it. And it turns out that the coordinates head the spaceship in a different direction. So the crew of this ship, they all wake up in these pod things where they've been sleeping for a long time because it takes a long time to get to their destination. If you've ever seen the beginning of Planet of the Apes, the very first one, it's kind of like that. And the crew finds a SOS call, and they go out to search for the SOS. It turns out to be on this planet where there is alien things, and so they land on the planet, and it's really creepy and ominous, and it's really dark. And these three people go out and search for life forms because that's what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to go out and find new life. One of the guys, he's an idiot. He decides to go down this dark tunnel and he finds all these really gross egg things with, you can see embryos inside of it, it looks like these really creepy, ugly alien things. Ugh. And he decides to go touch one. And he touches it, and he's playing around with it, and all of a sudden, just out of nowhere, up pops this really creepy octopus thing and just goes out of the egg and onto his face. And so the other two take him back to the ship, and then one of the main characters, she's the only one that survives, Sigourney Weaver. She doesn't let them in because she's like, oh, it's protocol, I can't let you guys in unless because you guys are sick or quarantine or whatever. And then the scientist guy, who turns out to be the bad guy-ish, a robot guy, he lets them in because he wants to find out what this life form is. God, he's such an idiot. Why are people in horror movies so much idiots? Ugh. So Ash, who is the scientist guy, he takes the octopus, he tries to take the octopus off of the other guy's face, and this really gross pussy yellow liquid thing pours out of it, and it burns through the floor and creates a massive hole, and they have to go all the way down to like 4 floors because that's how powerful the acid is. Then the next part was a little unclear because the alien, it seemed like it just kind of went off his face and died. It did die-ish. That guy who had the thing on his face goes to eat dinner with all these people, and everything seems fine. Everyone's happy. They're all laughing. They're like, woo, we're alive. And so he's eating, right? The guy who had the octopus thing on his face. And all of a sudden, this weird little thing just comes out of his chest. So then it runs off like a little rat thing. It's so weird. It just goes whoom off the table, and it grows a lot, and it ends up shedding its skin kind of and growing bigger and bigger and bigger, and it keeps killing more and more people until only Ripley and Ash, he's the scientist who let the quarantine people in or whatever. It's all his fault. So once they're the only people on the ship, Ripley, who's Sigourney Weaver, she looks at the computer and finds a command, I think, and it's like, priority 1 is to get a life form and bring it back to Earth. All other crew are expendable. So she's like, what? And then Ash creepily appears beside her like, and he's like, yeah, about that. And then Ripley, Sigourney Weaver, she gets all pissed off and starts trying to kill him. And then Ash tries to kill her. She gets pummeled by him and starts croaking because he's holding his fist on her mouth. She manages to fight him off, and it's really nasty because he starts kind of exploding and twisting about, and it was kind of funny after a while because he was like, blah! Ripley goes on a shuttle and leaves the space station place with her cat, who has survived all this time. The cat is my favorite character. And so she takes the cat, supposedly the alien's dead, but she takes the cat into the shuttle, and everything's fine. Me and my friends were like, why are they showing us this? It's the end, right? So all of a sudden, the huge alien just pops out of the mechanism, and she's like, oh my god, oh my god. So she slips on her spacesuit, and a mask or whatever. She hides in the closet while the alien's like, and she goes out there and releases the airlock so that the alien blows out of the shuttle thing, and it's really crazy. So overall, I really liked Alien. It was really suspenseful. It was kind of creepy. It was funny. Probably wasn't supposed to be, but now, since it was made in 1979, some of it's a little corny. Like, let me show you my reenactment of when the thing burst out of that guy's stomach. Okay, so here it is.
La la la, everything is fine. I'm eating, I'm at the dinner table. It is just so much fun. La la.